Jim, start of the season, your goal was to get promoted. We're standing here at home, we have done, you must be delighted.
Yeah, delighted for the lads. We talked about today about how the game or the day's play could go, and there was chats about whether or not we could force a victory here. But I think these guys have worked so hard after over the last 5.5 months, or albeit in the last 10 months really. If you talk about coming back in November, that this is one of the things that we wanted to achieve, which is making sure we're back in Division 1. We've done that, and the guys are really happy with that, and I'm ecstatic for them. They've put in a lot of hard work, but we know that the hard work will start now. The guys are already talking about next year, but we have a really big game against Kent where we have an opportunity to win some silverware, which would be a great way to sign off the season, not only for this team that have played their 4-day cricket in the right way, which was really important to us as a management. Was getting back up with short-term fixes wasn't the right way. We need to make sure we're building and transitioning in the right way. It would also be a really good send-off for Jonathan Troughton, be his last game in Warwickshire colours, and it would be great to sign off his career with a win against Kent and a trophy for him to hold up.
As well as promotion, a special year because we've seen Henry Brooks' emergence. He's also to England. Ollie Stone's been called up twice this week. Special Hayne, obviously with England Lions, been a special year for the players individually as well.
Yeah, and this is the thing. A club like Warwickshire, the disappointment of going down last year, we had to take our medicine with that. And you need to transition as a side. You need to build a group of young players who are coming through, and also use what these senior guys can offer. And the senior guys have been immense this year. But the patience level of a club like Warwickshire, which is absolutely expected, is that you want to transition, but you also want to be competing in all forms. And one of those was to go back up. So we've achieved that, and that's great. It's now about hopefully getting some silverware, which would be great also for the guys that thoroughly deserve that. But laying those foundations for next year to make sure that we are a really competitive 4-day team in First Division cricket.
You talk about young players, that's always exciting, isn't it? Because these new generation of players, they hit the ball further, harder. That's quite exciting for Warwickshire.
It is, and guys have put their hand up. I've been really pleased for the opening partnership with Sibley and Rhodes. Opening the batting in 4-day cricket in April and in September is not an easy task. But when we looked at these last 6 games, how important they were to us, they've put together 300 partnerships, and they've looked like a real solid partnership moving forward. The age bracket that they're at, I feel that they're only going to get better and more confident in those roles. And then you can't forget the roles that Ian Bell and Jonathan Trott have done in that top 4. And then Sam Hain coming good near the back end of the season as well is really pleasing to see. This will be the trade-off. Is the more successful these guys are, the more that England will start looking. And as counties, we should always be looking to produce England cricketers. But we need to have that depth of the squad. So if that does happen, Ollie Stone gets picked, or if Henry Brooks, Sam Hain, whoever might move on to higher honours, we have enough strength and depth for guys to step in.
Kent's going to be a strange game because obviously we're going for the title, but it's also an opportunity to say goodbye to players as well, isn't it, with Chris Wright and obviously Jonathan Trott retiring? Yeah, definitely.
Both of those guys have put in hours and hours of work and have been a credit to themselves and to Warwickshire. So being able to sign off, top of the log would be brilliant for them too, and also for these group of guys who've worked really hard and been well led by Jeet.